Hi, I'm Naisha McCauley, and you're watching AccessTV.org.
Welcome. And I'm always talking about events at MCC on Main in Manchester. Well, I have a guest with me here, right now. And she performed at MCC on Main in Manchester. And if you didn't get to see it, you missed out. I'm going to introduce her as N'dea Lloyd. And welcome, N'dea.
Thank you for having me. I'm so glad to be here.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Can you tell our viewers about yourself and how you really came about to sing?
Okay. Well, my full name is N'dea Lloyd. I'm named after India Davenport, which is funny because she's a soul singer from the year I was born, 1992. Mm-hmm. My mom loved her. That was her favorite group, the Brand New Heavies. I've heard the story a million times.
Really?
Yeah.
The Brand New Heavies?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness.
And for some reason, she felt like I was going to be a musician. My grandfather told her to name me N'dea, so that's how it came about. I've been singing since I was, since I could talk.
Oh, wow.
First song I ever knew was Mary J. Blige, I'm Going Down.
Okay.
First song I ever performed.
Wow.
Started out at the Bushnell Hot Chocolate Soul when I was 11. And it's been history ever since. Been performing from here to D.C. and back.
Oh, okay. And Georgia, too, huh?
Yeah, a couple times.
Wow. So, you're also a singer and songwriter?
Yep. I sing, songwrite, also compose my own music.
Really?
I'm currently working on a project right now of remixes, a couple originals called Born Classic. So that should be out hopefully by like October, November. So keep a lookout for that.
And while you were over and singing over at MCC on Main, the time I saw you, can you tell our viewers who you were singing with?
Okay. I was featured with Tony Harrington and Touch, great band. Been with a lot of longevity and history in Hartford, so I was very honored to be there and able to sing with him and his band. I've been singing with them since I was about 14. That's when Tony first found me, but he never knew my age for whatever reason. I don't know if it just didn't click, because my mom would always bring me to the gigs, but he always thought I was like 16, 17, 18, and I was like 14. Everybody else did too, so it's funny now that people see me, they're like, yeah, you've been singing for like 10, 12 years. You gotta be like 30-something. I'm like, no.
Oh, wow.
I'm definitely still 22.
Oh, my goodness gracious. And young, and I'm telling you, energetic. And I love the heels that you had on.
Thank you.
You're welcome. She was working those heels, everybody. Really working those heels. Oh, my goodness gracious. And what made you want to be a songwriter?
I'm a very observant person. Was always a very inquisitive child. Mm-hmm. And I will always take what people wouldn't want to say and say it and get in trouble.
Yes.
And get popped. So one day I just figured I'm going to just write this all down. Okay. Everything I see people going through. Yeah. The things I'm personally going through. And I figured you could make money off of it as well. Because, Taylor Swift, she's out here just cleaning up, writing about all her breakups.
Yeah.
And her breakers don't even be that bad compared to some of the ones I've seen. And she's making millions. So I figure I can make a couple millions one day too.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I tell you. Singing, you have to have a talent for that. I think I can sing, but I can sing a little bit. I like to be a background, and then I'll mix with everybody else.
I think it's more so the passion for it, though.
Yeah.
'Cause I got a lot of friends that can sing and they're talented, but they don't have that drive.
Oh.
They're not going to do 3 a.m. in the studio in Brooklyn.
Oh, wow.
Travel to Georgia, back to D.C. and back. Like, it's the talent, definitely. And thank God that he blessed me with it, but it's the drive and the passion that keeps me going, because it's definitely a hard road, but
Yes, it is.
I'm glad I'm traveling it.
What's a good motivational song that you like, that you listen to a lot?
Motivational song. See, I'm so weird. I'm one of those people that just loves music, period.
Yeah.
I don't have too many favorite songs per se, especially not. I guess I could classify that as a gospel song. My favorite gospel song would be Kurt Carr, For Every Mountain.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Original recording.
Also, I had met your good friend Evelyn Dillon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And she was on my show previously.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I hooked up and I was like, oh my gosh. Eventually, I don't know if I took your number back when I saw you in March of last year at MCC on Main. But
it was just destined we was going to get up, because I kept seeing you there, and I saw you at the nail shop.
Yes, there's a lady next to me. I'm like, who's that singing? What's your name? So I said, oh my goodness, I called you last week, and we got to get together and everything. That's how this happened. And actually, I could say, yes, we made it happen.
Definitely.
That's one good thing about this show. And you also perform with Barbara Fowler.
Yeah,
right?
That's my auntie.
Really?
Took me under her wing when I was like 12. And it's weird because we're extended family, but family all the same. So I've been performing with her since I was 12.
Oh, okay.
We got the Diva show coming up September 6th. So
okay.
definitely
What day
be on
is
the
that,
lookout.
though?
So,
Do you know the...
I
If
don't know.
not, you know what?
Terrible
I'm going to let
memory.
everybody know here.
But Divas, September 6th.
Okay.
Come out at Cheney High School in Manchester.
Oh, really?
Don't want to miss it.
Oh, okay. I know where that is. You know I'm coming. Wow.
If you need tickets, you can find me for tickets.
Okay.
Follow my Instagram and Twitter.
Okay.
Love N'dea, Luvndea.
All right. Now, did everybody hear that? So, you also have a manager. How's you working with your manager, and how did you actually find him, or how did you find each other?
Nope, no manager.
No manager?
Manage myself.
Oh,
Got
you
a
do?
degree in management for a reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Managers are very helpful. Don't get me wrong, but when you're starting out and you're still trying to make a name for yourself, you can
Right.
lose more money than gain
Oh,
by having a manager. And a lot of the things that you're doing, you need to do yourself to build connections and network and have your own relationships. You don't always want somebody representing you when you haven't even fully developed as an artist yet.
Oh, okay. You're doing very well from what you be singing, girl. I like old school, okay? She sang a whole lot of
I
songs.
love old school.
Yeah, old school. Oh, definitely.
I do have a favorite song, Isley Brothers,
Okay.
For the Love of You.
Okay.
It's so bad I went and I had to get it tatted on me because I love the Isley Brothers that much.
Oh, my gosh.
If I ever meet Ron Isley, I'll probably pass out. Like, girls get hype off Usher. I'll be like, oh my God, it's Ron Isley.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, the Isley Brothers are tough, I tell
I
you.
have every single song, every single record, every single CD that they ever did.
Wow.
Period.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Wow. Actually, you went to school for music too?
Yeah, I went to the Hartford School for Music Management and Jazz Vocal Performance.
Okay. Now, how long was that? A couple years?
4. Yeah, 4-year program.
4 hard, long years?
Yes, hard, long years, but I made it.
Oh, my goodness.
It was so hard for me because I went into college and all my other friends who were musically trained were musically trained. I just sang. I never had training. I didn't read music. I always had a very good ear. But I went to technology high schools and magnet schools, so we didn't have those kind of opportunities to, really expand on music like some of the kids that went to the Academy of the Arts.
Right, right.
So I have all these friends coming from the Academy of the Arts, and they know how to read and sight read and play this and code IMF, and I'm just sitting there like,
That
I'm
is
going
a-
to fail out of college. I don't know.
That's a talent. Oh my God. Yeah.
Strength, grace of God, I made it through, and I had a good GPA when I left.
Oh, great,
So,
great. Yeah. One thing I used to know how to read music. I don't read music anymore. So
Yeah, if you don't practice, I swear you
yes,
forget
you'll
it.
lose it. So yeah. What do you want to really focus on? Do you want to stay here in Connecticut, or you want to go all around performing? You want to mostly, perform by yourself, or with a group of people?
I mean, I love to sing, and music is my passion, but I want to be more business oriented on the business side.
Okay.
I love the entrepreneurial spirit of music in the 50s and the 60s when everybody was making their own record labels and making their own lanes.
Right.
They weren't fitting into the boxes that were created by the big companies such as, well, the big companies back then were like RCA.
Right.
Now it would be Universal and Sony Music Group. But then you have Young Money and Maybach Music, people like that have rappers and singers, and they have their own individual branches and independent record labels. That's what I want to do. I want to be like the next Atlantic before it got bought out.
Oh. Which artist would you like to perform with?
Female artist I would like to perform with, Janelle Monáe.
Oh, gosh, she's on.
I love her.
I said, who's Janelle Monáe?
I love her.
Yes, yes.
And probably favorite rap group I want to perform with, Outkast.
Outkast, yeah.
Because I love their Out of Wild album.
Yes.
That's one of my other favorites, Out of Wild. The movie, the album,
Okay.
Outkast, the group. Me and my stepdad, we loved them. Like,
Oh, wow.
every single album, every single song, I know it
Outkast is something
word
else.
for word, back to back. So if I ever meet them, especially Andre 3000, because he's producing now, and his sound is so different than anybody else's. So
Yes. He's out of this world. I love all the music.
that's why he's
he-
3000. He's not in the year 2000 with us.
2000. Yeah, so Outkast would be nice. I'd like to see Outkast too myself. I haven't heard them come here yet.
They were in New York. They did like a reunion show or something, but
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Did you hear that now? So hopefully you'll reach out to Outkast.
I know.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to find Outkast. Tell them I want to sing with them.
Oh my goodness. And it's such a pleasure talking to you before and, communicating and just seeing you again all the time.
And
All
we
the
just
time.
always meet in passing.
Yeah,
We actually get
yeah,
to sit down and talk.
Yes, we do. And it's hard when you're singing and you got a job too. So how do you feel about that? Does it tire you out or?
I mean, what would I prefer to be doing? I would prefer to work full time on the business that I'm starting. Can't put out the name and stuff as of yet because it's still in the works. But
Okay.
I would much rather just be focusing on that. But when you have rent to pay and you got student loans, you got to make it work.
Yes.
And I feel like the fact that I have a 9-to-5 makes me just hustle and grind that much harder because I know I can't just sit there and write songs every day. So I have to plan out, all right, I'm going to write a song today. I'm going to go to the studio now. I don't have time to waste. So it makes me be cognizant of the time that I have and appreciate it when I do have it.
Yeah. And a lot of discipline.
Yeah, definitely a lot of discipline. Because I want to go out and party. My friends are like, yeah, come out with us at our club. I'm like, I got studio time.
Yeah.
I'll get off of work and go straight to the studio. Won't leave till 3 a.m. Get back up. Be at work for 7:30 and do it all over again, or have a rehearsal the next day. Or just, it is what it is. But if you love it, you do it.
Yeah. It must be really fun being in the studio.
Studio is fun.
Yeah.
I mean, my main friends who I used to go to the studio with, they left. Made me really sad. They live in Atlanta now.
Oh.
I was working with Perry. He's also an artist from out here.
Okay.
And a producer named Rich Breed.
Okay.
And those two, they were kind of like got me back into the studio because I actually had vocal surgery. And
Oh,
I had
really?
stopped singing for like a year and a half.
Wow.
At 2.
Oh my goodness.
And the doctors didn't think I was singing again, but I told them, I was like, I don't got time for what y'all talking about.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to sing again because I want to sing again. And that's what God placed on my life. So you can sit up here and deliberate over all these medical papers and this, that, surgery. And I'm going to sing and y'all going to watch me sing. They was like, all right, well, we'll see when you get out of surgery. 3 weeks later, I was singing. That's when I knew I had to get back
fantastic.
into it.
Yeah. I think Adele had some kind of vocal surgery.
Same
too.
thing Adele had is exactly what I had. But
What?
I had it a little bit worse than her. She had nodes. I had scar tissue. Scar tissue attaches to the muscle, so it's very hard to remove. Like, I still have scar tissue. That's why my voice is like really low. But
okay.
it helps to create my sound, so
Oh,
I'm not too mad about it.
So how does that happen?
Well, I was born with webbed vocal cords, and they didn't figure that out until I was like 19. So by the time that they figured it out, you're singing incorrectly, and then your body has to compensate by creating tension around your vocal cords, which sits in your larynx, right behind, like in this area. So that tension starts to build up scar tissue, because any constantly injured place is like it's going to start a callus, or it's going to have a bruise or a scar. Same thing with your vocal cords.
Wow.
It's like internally bruising all the time, and it turns scar tissue.
Now, N'dea has a beautiful high voice that I really enjoy listening to when I go. If I happen to see you, you know I'm a stop girl. Are you going back to perform over at MCC on Main anytime soon?
I'm trying to work out a contract with them so where I can be a regular. It's in the works.
They
We'll
have
see what
different
happens
people
with
now.
that.
You know?
Yeah, it's managed by different people, and but the new managers are definitely really, really good. You just gotta contact them yourselves. It's not like they're coming to find us. So.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Yeah. Because I've been there. I met a couple of the people there and talked to a few, but the management is kind of different too, I see.
They're trying to turn it to more of an art gallery than
Yeah.
how
but
it was a live event space when they first opened it up.
Yeah.
So. Well, that's just my observation.
Yeah. And they still have some.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see people still perform. But right now, we'll be right back, okay? With N'dea Lloyd.
Hi, I'm Janice Fleming, and you're watching AccessTV.org.
At Hartford Public Schools, we care about one thing above all, the future of our kids. That's why we're dedicated to providing all students with the knowledge and skills needed in the new global culture. Hartford Public Schools is thriving. More student success stories, more world-class facilities, more university and corporate partnerships, more amazing talent coming and staying in Hartford. This is how education is supposed to work. Welcome to Hartford Public Schools, where the future is present.
Hey, we're back. And actually, I've been talking with N'dea Lloyd, singer and songwriter. And we were just talking about, how she got started and where she went to school. So now we're going to talk about her radio shows. Have you been on any radio shows lately or in the past?
Not lately, because I've been,
Yeah.
When you start writing a project, you just got to really sit down and just be by yourself and just getting your zone to write and stay out the limelight. Well, that's how I do it. But I back in the day, like I'm old. Back in the day, I was on Brad Davis's radio show. Love Brad. He gave me that opportunity because he did a Gospel Idol scholarship contest, and I had won the first year that he did it.
Oh my goodness!
So I was doing radio appearances with him, sang at the Biggie, also sang at his fundraiser dinner.
Okay. Yeah.
Brad's a really great guy.
Yes, he is. Keep it up, Brad, because you look good. The last time I saw you, what I want to do is also ask you, for people that are going through and want to maintain and want to be a singer and songwriter like you, what motivational word would you give them?
See, I always find it so funny when people ask me questions like that, because I'm still trying to figure out what kind of singer-songwriter I want to be at the end of the day. And I guess when you're an artist, that's just the process you go through, like your whole life, still trying to just figure out exactly what it is that you want to be. And I feel like you never reach it, but the journey is fun.
Yes.
But the best advice that I could offer to somebody who wants to do music is you got to know what and who you are morally first and foremost. You got to know what you will do and what you won't do. You got to know what you stand behind, because every song that you put out, every picture you put out, every tweet, every Instagram post, that's your message to the world. And that's going to be your legacy when you leave, regardless of you were big as Beyonce or just an underground artist who had 500 fans. You affected somebody, and you have to pay attention to those details when you're presenting yourself. And also, just you gotta have that drive to do it. Singing, you can't just up and decide one day, oh, I'm gonna be a singer, because the wind blew this way and I thought I could sing a good note because I was in the shower and the steam hit me the right way. No, you can't. It's got to be something that's in you from when you, like, if you go to work every day and you can't think of doing anything else but singing, or you get aggravated at work because you're not singing, then you're probably supposed to be a singer. But if you're content, you know, just making it or doing something else, then it's probably not for you.
That's something good. So for people that trying to go that way or want to go that way, keep that in mind. Takes perseverance and
Definite perseverance.
Yeah, and also it just takes time
And a sound mind.
Yes,
Because the industry is no joke. And I haven't even fully gotten into it, but the few couple people that I have met in the industry, they just different kind of people.
Yeah,
Different mindset. Because average musicians think that it's about the music, and you got to think that there's a big company backing your favorite artist. It's about the money, because nobody's going to invest in something that's a bad investment. If the risk outweighs the return, they're not going to take a chance on you, even if you're the best singer in the world, if you don't look how they want you to look. And granted, we have artists that are breaking the mold with that, and I love that, like Chrisette Michelle. She's not your typical size 4 naked singer, booty popping and twerking and everything. But she definitely has, you know, a crowd and a presence and a fan base. Or Jill Scott. You gotta know, right? Ooh, love her. You gotta know exactly what audience you wanna have, regardless of what those bigger companies are telling you. But do understand that that is a factor in your brand and how you build it.
That's something interesting. And also when you're dealing with contracts, too.
Whew, man, that's exactly why I went to school for this. Contract negotiation is no games, because you can be in one state and think you're negotiating under that state's law, and then you go to another state and the laws change because it's in a different jurisdiction.
Wow.
So you'll sign a contract and think that what you signed applies. It's just so many nuances in that. And you really got to pay attention, because you could literally sign your life away.
Yeah.
Like, every asset that you have to a record label or a manager, or be owned by somebody for 35 years. Like, did you know that the average percentage that a manager takes from an artist is between 15 and 20%? And the average term that you could have with one manager could be anywhere from like 2 years to 10 plus, depending on what you sign.
Wow.
That's why I'm not a fan of the managers right now. I want to manage myself.
Okay. Because I know some of the singers or performers, had married their managers, which is really interesting.
That's just too much access to me at one time. You're in my house, you're in my kitchen, you're in my bathroom, you're in my hair products, then you're in the studio with me. I just can't. I can't. You got to have your own space.
Yeah.
And it's very hard as a female musician, this is just what I found, as a female singer, to have a relationship, because people don't understand why you're in the studio at 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning.
I think they're messing around with somebody else or something.
I don't know what they think, because I don't think like that, but I know that I don't have the time.
Right.
And I would just imagine it would be way harder having your spouse be your manager and then questioning what you do.
Wow. Yeah,
I've always
it's a lot. Yeah.
When I get married, I want just a quiet, exotic. I don't know why. I always wanted somebody from a different continent.
Okay.
Enterprising.
All right.
Man of color.
Okay.
Who's quiet. Don't nobody know him. He probably owns like 10 businesses. Chill at home. When I come off tour, hey babe, how was your tour? Give me some roses.
All right.
I don't want a musician.
Okay. Well, now you know how she is. Okay, she's singing now. Okay. Oh, so y'all better watch out now. And I'll be questioning you if I see you with her. You better keep up with my girl now.
Trust me, everything is single and staying that way.
You been what? I'm sorry.
Everything is single and it's gonna stay that way.
Until you get the right one.
Oh no, my generation is few and far between for right ones. Even the right ones are the wrong ones, and I don't need to be thrown off track by none of that nonsense.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's how you feel. It's good to get your opinion about that. That is really, really good. Now, I want to go and ask you, who really influenced you, or what's your performer influence? Oh, I'm talking about singers.
Yeah. I always been, when I was younger, a big Tony Braxton fan because I always had the low voice as a little kid. And I always could sing her songs really well. And, of course, Mary J. Blige and Shaka Khan and Anita Baker. As I got older, I love Miguel. He's newer, but Miguel is the man.
I gotta check him out.
When it comes to songwriting, he's amazing. And as I got more into jazz, Robert Glasper, Mint Condition.
Yeah.
Like when I compose my songs, I love how back in the 90s, when they came out with Pretty Brown Eyes, they had transitions in their songs. Everybody just does vocal loops now or track loops, and that's just not real music to me personally. That's not what I identify as real music. I think of Mint Condition or Tony or the Gap Band, Charlie Wilson, people like that when I think of real music. So when I write, I try to take all the influences that I have from those kind of bands or artists or songwriters and put it into what I do.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, the Gap Band, she brought me
I
back.
I love the Gap Band.
They did perform here a long time ago. They was off the chain. You also like Rihanna and Neo too. Also, those are part of your influences.
I like Neo. I used to be a really big Rihanna fan.
Okay.
But as I got older, I kind of grew out of that. Just because, granted, I still like her music, but is that the lane that I necessarily want to go in? Mm-hmm. No. But is she definitely a talented songwriter, especially on her Rated R album? Yes. And Neo is amazing songwriter. He knows how to produce. He knows how to pick the right voices.
Wow.
He's a good business oriented musician as well as just a totally well-rounded musician in general. So definitely Neo.
Wow. Oh my goodness gracious. Boy, that is something interesting, I tell you. So, do you sing with your mom too now, or I know you said you used to sing with your mom. Do you guys ever go anywhere and sing?
My mom is the best shower singer that you will ever hear in your life. And she can harmonize, which is weird. She cannot stay on the melody for nothing and nobody. But if you give her the harmony, she can sing it with you. So, like, we used to go out and do karaoke together.
Oh, yeah.
And win, like, karaoke competitions in downtown Hartford. They used to have this place, I think, called Butterfly, and they used to do karaoke.
Butterfly on Farmington Avenue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I went there, but we used to win karaoke competitions down there.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, she's a great harmonizer, and she knows if you're flat or sharp at any given time. My mother cannot sing at all.
Well, where'd you get your singing from? Your father?
I have no idea, because nobody in my family sings.
Really?
Not a one.
Oh,
no
my goodness.
musical, nothing at all.
Wow.
My aunt, she sings in the church, but she'll tell you, my aunt will tell you, like, she's a church singer. She's not a jazz R&B. She don't switch it up. If it ain't gospel, she can't do it. She don't want to do it.
Oh, my goodness.
Everything sounds like she's singing to Jesus. She could be singing Beyonce Drunk in Love. She still gonna sound like she in church.
Really?
Everything sounds like church.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
But yeah, besides her, I don't have anybody that ever did music in my family.
Well, that's amazing. Wow.
That's how I know it's a gift. And I
Yes,
thank God
it
that
is
He
a
gave it to me.
gift. Wow, I tell you. Gee whiz. Can you give people your email if they want to get in touch with you, if you don't mind? Is that okay?
Definitely. Sure. All of my contact information, it would be loveindiamusic@gmail.com. So that's LUVNDEAMUSIC@gmail.com. My Instagram and Twitter are the same, as well as my SoundCloud. I have music up there. LUVNDEA, Love India. I have a single out on my SoundCloud called Man on the Moon. If you haven't
Yeah,
heard it.
I heard that. That's tough.
That's my mainstream stuff. I'm such a all over the place kind of musician because I love to do different genres. Like, Pharrell. He's been on my mind lately.
Oh, yeah.
Pharrell and his band called the Bad Rabbits, they do like all these different kind of genres. Like, they're not in this one box. So I've been really trying to do that because I was so strict on being just a jazz singer or a jazz fusion artist. So now I start doing a little popular R&B. I got a couple pop songs that I'm going to come out with.
Okay.
I have a funk song I'm actually going to record tomorrow that I composed and wrote. So definitely got some stuff coming out.
All right.
So SoundCloud, Twitter, Instagram, Love India, and Gmail, Love India Music.
Yeah. It's best to keep them busy in what you do and keep on pursuing it no matter what. Because I know you got ups and downs of things that's crazy happening in your life.
I've been like, I don't want to do music anymore. There's definitely been times I'm like, all right, I don't want to do this. It's not going to pay my bills. There's no jobs for this.
Yeah. But if you love it, yeah.
You always come back to it. It's like how can I describe music? Music is like a relationship.
Yeah.
You love it sometimes you hate it. But if it's real, you're going to come back to it.
Okay.
And for me, it's real, so I just keep coming back.
Oh, wow. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Well, I hope to see you and Evelyn Dillon sing again.
Definitely.
That was off the chain, girl. So was Tony Harrington and Touch were really off the chain. And I really, really enjoyed everybody when I was there. So,
dates I got coming up.
you got dates?
Yes.
What you got? Okay.
Okay, so this Sunday I'll be at Tassane's.
What's that?
It's a Farmington Avenue, little coffee tea house.
Really?
Very swanky. I love that place. Great food.
And what's the name of it again?
Tassane's.
And you know what? I work in Hartford, and I live in Hartford, and
Never heard of it.
no, it's something new. I don't even go
amazing.
past Farmington Avenue.
Tassane's on Farmington Avenue. Me and Ed Fast will be there.
Remind me, text me.
Definitely.
'Cause
Ed
you know I'm
Fast,
coming.
4 o'clock. And then I have the Jazz Festival, Monday Night Jazz Series, August 4th.
Downtown
Downtown at Bushnell Park.
Oh my God, that's still going on too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my God, every Monday, huh?
Every Monday.
Oh my gosh.
So me and my band Melody in Motion will be out there.
Okay.
Ed Fast on drums, Matt DeChamplain on keys, Matt Dwanzik on bass. We got a lot of great musicians. I got Rich Goldstein on guitar, amazing musician and teacher at the Hart School. Ed Fast and myself worked on the arrangements, so it's going to be a good time. 6 o'clock,
Okay.
August 4th.
I'll be there. Okay, y'all. And hope to see you there. One last thing I want to say is I want to wish you luck.
Thank you so
And,
much.
in your future and what you're doing. And thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, okay. Got to give me a CD, though, when you get it together.
Of course.
Okay. So see you later. I'll make it happen.